Welcome to episode number 3 of the Q&A show. It's going to be a good one today.
Oh.
All right. So, this is obviously episode number 3.
Yeah.
We are going to do something a little different for this one. Yeah. We have our man Chris, which you guys do not see right now.
No,
he is going to ask us a question, and we are going to see if we can answer it.
Yeah. Shoot it.
Dave, how do I get abs like you?
How do we get abs?
How do you get
truth about abs?
The six-pack?
What else would you ask?
I mean, how does your diet maybe affect your abs rather than just how many crunches can I do?
Very much better question.
Better.
Thank you. We have a little bit of guidance on that
one.
Yeah. He said it right kind of from the start. Diet versus crunches. Nothing wrong with doing crunches. Nothing wrong with training abs whatsoever. It's going to help strengthen, strengthen and stabilize. Essentially, is what, and we could go into that whole conversation. Strengthen your abs, stabilize your spine. All important around that midsection. If you weren't able to stabilize your spine, the muscles around there, so your rectus spinae, your rectus abdominis, transverse abdominis, obliques, QLs, multifidus, all that stuff is important for stabilizing. You can even say the glutes and everything. If you didn't have stable a midsection, your body would just collapse. And think about more stabilizing the spine versus, stabilizing, I don't even know what else you would say it. Your goal is to stabilize the spine.
Always.
And then you obviously have strength, so doing crunches and doing other different resistance training type movements can help strengthen that core. All good stuff, but you're not going to see your abs if you don't have a low enough body fat percentage, so anywhere from 8 to 12%. Each person is going to be a little bit different. And then your ab structure is going to be inherently different from the person next to you. Some people might have an 8-pack, 6-pack, 4-pack. You can't really
change that. That's
in
there. Yeah.
So when you see someone that's got an 8-pack, it's not like they did extra crunches.
No.
They got super lean and you can see 8. That's just the way, some people have longer torsos where they have that. Some people have shorter torsos. So it just kind of depends on what that is. But how do you get it? Good question. Fat, 2 kinds.
Subcutaneous.
And
visceral.
So we'd say that visceral is probably the more dangerous of the 2 fats, both not really great.
We didn't really talk about what they are. The visceral fat being the fat around the organs, and the subcutaneous being the fat underneath the skin, of course.
Essentially.
Yeah.
So with that, I think that there's enough research out there that kind of talks about the visceral fat and how that really is linked to a lot of health issues. So really the big thing of starting this YouTube channel, a lot of people ask, I want people to get lean. I don't care if someone tries to get down to 6% body fat. They're gonna obviously have to do something different than someone who's wanting to get down to 12%. But ultimately, at the very least, no matter where you are right now in your health and fitness level, you just gotta reduce the body fat around your midsection. I guess what we're trying to say is that at the end of the day with this channel, wherever, just lose body fat around your stomach. That should just be the number one goal in all of health and fitness. The way that I'm talking about, the way that I'll talk about macros, the way that I'll talk about your health and fitness, the way that I'll talk about lifestyle, the way that I'll talk about nutrition, I'm not talking about it right now from the standpoint of toxins or environmental issues or GMOs or any of that kind of stuff. Yeah. I want this to be a page that's going to talk about strictly fat loss, how I can take you from 20% down to 12%. Because if that happens, you are going to be at less of a risk of getting heart disease, diabetes, or any other types of issue out there. That is the main thing. All the other stuff for this channel is essentially noise. It's just kind of there. And you can alter all that stuff to be healthier as well, but I care more about you losing your body fat. Not you, but just people in general.
Yeah, I was starting to feel a little like 20%.
You, Chris, because you're the one wanting to do this. He's getting up a little bit. He's getting up a little bit earlier now and going for a bike ride. And
it's good.
And now he's stopped.
He's starting to learn.
He's going to stop eating when he's 80% full too. So
right.
He's on his way.
Oh, he's going to stop eating at 80%. Good.
Smart tips right
now
there.
you just got to get in some intermittent fasting.
You can do that. That's a whole other conversation we have. Did we really answer that question?
No, not at all.
So in order to get so getting back to that point, in order to get to that point, we got to reduce body fat. We got to obviously take a look at where we are from a caloric intake, break that down into a macro.
So back to macros.
Back to macros, because you have to know what you're eating in order to try to lose it, so that we can reduce that total number. And then from there, I would increase my energy expenditure. So you can absolutely get lean without doing any types of workouts, 100% possible for sure. but it's going to help speed up the process, and there's going to be other health benefits, obviously from, being active per se. But for the most part, you're going to want to start to track the macros, start to reduce, your caloric intake, I would say slowly, and then start to increase your energy expenditure. And then you can start to get to, more detailed, the macros, and you can get a little bit more detailed to, frequency, meal timing. You can start to get into, the food quality and stuff like that as you get farther and more specific to what it is that you're trying to do.
Yep.
But
Right on.
biking is a good start.
We like it.
So keep it going. Anyways, we hope that answered the question. We talked about a variety of different things, though.
Yeah, well.
I feel like we could go down a lot of different rabbit holes on some of these questions. But what we need from you, comments below here. We would love to answer them for you and engage. At the same time, if you could give us a little like on that little like
love
thing below as well.
even.
Follow us on Snapchat. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. We will have more content related to health, fitness, and nutrition. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching.